Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our exciting announcement. We're coming to you live from the museum's SCCU Daily Planet Theater. My name is Angela Baker James. I'm the Executive Director of Friends of the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences, a nonprofit organization that supports the museum's exhibits, research, and education. To kick things off today, I'd like to introduce Jason Barron, Chair of the Board of the Friends of the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences.
Thank you, Angela. Good morning. Today, the Friends of the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences is thrilled to announce that we will be gifting the Dueling Dinosaurs, a magnificent pair of the world's most popular dinosaurs, the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the Triceratops, to the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. With this gift, we ensure that this highly significant specimen will become a part of the permanent research collection in a public institution, and will therefore be available for scientists to study and the public to enjoy and to learn from. We also are working closely with the museum on a campaign to construct a unique, behind-the-scenes visitor experience in this building here in downtown Raleigh. This exhibit will be the first physical expansion of the museum in a decade and will build on the museum's sustained leadership in public engagement with scientific research. This new, innovative space will be called the SCCU Dino Lab and is made possible by the SCCU Foundation. Construction is slated to begin in 2021. Additional funds have been and continue to be raised for educational initiatives, offering school kids in North Carolina, the nation, and throughout the world the opportunity to help the museum's team of paleontologists with their research. This includes a new public science project dubbed Cretaceous Creatures and sponsored by the Bank of America Charitable Foundation, our worldwide education partner. You will hear more about that in a few moments from Bank of America's Triangle Market President, Carrie Stoltz. We are incredibly grateful for our supporters for making this a reality and allowing our visitors, both in person and virtually, to experience this rare opportunity with us. This acquisition and the one-of-a-kind experience that goes along with it is made possible thanks to the generous support that the Friends of the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences has received from the people of the state of North Carolina, the SCCU Foundation, an anonymous donor, the Bank of America Charitable Foundation, the Duke Energy Foundation, the North Carolina GlaxoSmithKline Foundation, Wake County and the City of Raleigh, the Jandy Ammons Foundation, Delta Dental of North Carolina, the Maynard Family Foundation, the PNC Foundation, the Wells Fargo Foundation, the Recor Family Foundation, and numerous others impossible to recount this morning. It is an immeasurable honor to welcome these specimens as they take up permanent residence here at the Museum of North Carolina of Natural Sciences.
Jason, now I'd like to introduce the Secretary of the Department of Natural and Cultural Resources, Susie Hamilton.
This is an exciting day for the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences, for Raleigh, for Wake County, and for North Carolina, and for dinosaur lovers everywhere. The fact that the Dueling Dinosaurs will be on exhibit here is further evidence that the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences is one of the finest museums in the world. Congratulations to all who have worked so hard to make this a reality. Two key aspects of this exhibit make it truly one of a kind. First, we have something that has been found nowhere else on Earth: intact specimens of the two most popular dinosaur species, T-Rex and Triceratops, who were found buried intertwined on a Montana hillside. Second, the new SCCU Dino Lab will be designed so that museum guests can interact up close with our team of paleontologists as they reveal the fossils and make groundbreaking discoveries. Again, this state-of-the-art laboratory will be unique in the world. I can't wait to see the looks of awe and wonder on the children's faces. Dinosaurs connect people across all ages and backgrounds. Nothing compares to the fascination of these animals that walked the earth millions of years ago, which makes the acquisition of the dueling dinosaurs even more amazing, as no one has witnessed anything like them. The dueling dinosaurs will place an indelible stamp on the museum's leadership in both scientific research and education. And importantly, this exhibit will provide a strong boost to the local economy as visitors from around the country and world come to see this spectacular find. Allow me to add a word about science. Investing in science and trusting its conclusions are essential to our state's ability to thrive long into the future. Whether it's tackling climate change, fighting the pandemic, protecting water quality, or making new discoveries about creatures that died 67 million years ago, we as a society must learn from our experts and let their recommendations guide us. In closing, I want to thank the museum staff, the Friends of the Museum of Natural Sciences, and the generous supporters who have made this announcement possible. We look forward to inviting dinosaur lovers of all ages to experience these awe-inspiring fossils and learn from our talented team of paleontologists as they undertake a one-of-a-kind research project.
Thank you, Secretary Hamilton. Please join me in welcoming Director and CEO of the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences, Eric Dorfman.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Angela. This is a significant day in the museum's long history. I'm honored that this important contribution to science happens during my tenure as director. As many of you know, the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences is a trusted, credible resource bringing people closer to the natural world and to understanding its history as well as its future. As a visionary museum and innovative force for good, we seek to create deep and lasting connections between people and the natural world. As a testament to this mission, the museum has a decades-long track record of delivering educational outreach across the state of North Carolina. This acquisition positions us to continue this work nationally and internationally. We have the right team in place to do this, a talented group of paleontologists led by Dr. Lindsay Zano, with access to the most advanced technology to unpack, research, and learn from these fossils. For years to come, we'll excite people about these discoveries, engage their minds with science, and create memories that will last a lifetime. On behalf of the museum, I would like to express my sincerest thanks to Angela, Jason, and the entire Friends of the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences Board of Directors, as well as their donors and supporters, making this important endeavor possible. We look forward to having the unique opportunity to house and research one of the most important paleontological discoveries of our time. Thank you.
Thanks, Eric. Now we have a message from our worldwide education partner, the Bank of America Charitable Foundation. We'll hear from Bank of America's Market President for the Triangle, Carrie Stoltz.
The Bank of America Charitable Foundation is proud to support the Friends of the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences and to be a part of the world's largest public paleontology project. As the project's worldwide educational sponsor, we will support live streaming from the Dino Lab, an exemplary science laboratory where live research will be undertaken on the specimens in full public view. Our engagement will also provide school children across North Carolina and around the world with the opportunity to make their own scientific discoveries through Cretaceous Creatures, a new public science project. This innovative, hands-on program will allow students to sort through Cretaceous sediment, discover fossils from the Dueling Dinosaurs ecosystem, and send this data to the museum to help paleontologists with their research, hopefully inspiring a new generation of scientists. In addition to this distinctive program, we also support other arts and culture organizations and initiatives throughout the Triangle region. We recognize the tremendous value all these organizations provide in helping communities thrive and individuals connect, really enriching the cultural fabric of our region. Over the past 5 years, Bank of America has granted over $6.9 million to incredible organizations doing good work in the Triangle. Our employees play an important role in our support of the Triangle too. During the same time frame, my Bank of America colleagues and I have given $2.2 million in donations to important local causes, most of which was matched by the Bank of America Foundation. We are so proud to support the Friends of the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences and look forward to students, teachers, and guests uncovering new discoveries as they engage with these fossils. Thank you.
We'll hear from someone at the very heart of this exciting project, Dr. Lindsay Zano, Head of Paleontology at the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences and Associate Research Professor at NC State University.
Thank you, Angela. Good morning, everyone. It's such a joy to announce to the world that the phenomenal dueling dinosaurs have found a forever home here in our museum. Over the past 5 years, we have worked tirelessly together, discoverers, educators, scientists, sponsors, and visionaries, to ensure that this extraordinary specimen can be enjoyed not just by one person, but by everyone everywhere. Now, during this morning's remarks, we've been introduced to various aspects of the Dueling Dinosaurs project. I'd like to close this morning's event by giving you a closer look at the specimens and our plans. But here I want to pause and I want to emphasize to you that this is not your typical public announcement. I am not here today to tell you what we scientists have already learned about the dueling dinosaurs. I can't do that because to date we have not studied the specimens. Rather, today I am here to announce that we are all collectively embarking on an unparalleled scientific journey, a journey to unlock and decipher a time capsule that was sealed 67 million years ago. And what is for you to partner with us. Soon you will have the unprecedented opportunity to get up close and personal with what will become one of the world's most iconic dinosaur fossils. You will learn along with us as opposed to long after us. You will have the opportunity to make your own scientific discoveries as real members of the science team. And you too will experience the thrill of the unexpected as you share in our discoveries in real time. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to our collective challenge, the enigma of the dueling dinosaurs. The dueling dinosaur specimen contains the exquisitely preserved remains of a young tyrannosaur entangled together with a large horned dinosaur or ceratopsian. These two dinosaurs were buried together on a subtropical coastal plain in an area we now call Montana, about 1 million years before a mass extinction event killed off all the dinosaurs except for birds. Now, our current evidence suggests that these skeletons belong to the world's two most beloved dinosaurs, Triceratops and Tyrannosaurus rex. But as I said, we have not yet studied the specimens, so stay tuned because that interpretation, as well as many more, could change in time. So far on our unprepared specimens, we've observed tantalizing evidence of interaction, including tyrannosaur teeth that are embedded in the body cavity and the skeleton of the Triceratops, as well as what looks like pre-burial injuries to the face, the mouth, and the chest of the tyrannosaur. These fossils also reveal just how tough life was back in the late Cretaceous, as our tyrannosaur has a partially healed wound on its first finger And our Triceratops has many skeletal pathologies, including pathologies of its head and all over its tail. Now, those of you who are familiar with the dueling dinosaurs will know that most of the focus so far has been on the mystery of their deaths. But what is far more interesting to me is how we as scientists can use the dueling dinosaur specimen to forever reshape our understanding of how these titans lived. To date, both of these fossilized carcasses have remained in their field jackets, entombed in the sediment that buried them and protecting their scientific integrity. They're preserved in life position, each bone in its natural place in the body. Our teenage Tyrannosaur is pristine. It was never exposed to the surface and it suffered no erosional damage. Every bone in this specimen on both sides of the body is preserved, from the tip of its nose to the tip of its tail. This means, if correctly identified, the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences is now home to the world's only 100% complete specimen of Tyrannosaurus rex. Our Triceratops is equally impressive, although much more of the specimen remains encased in the sediment in which it was buried. We cannot yet confirm that the entire skeleton is present. Nonetheless, from what is currently exposed, the dueling dinosaurs Triceratops certainly ranks as one of the best preserved examples of its kind. Now, beyond their three-dimensional, fully articulated preservation, the dueling dinosaurs are remarkable for bearing evidence of soft tissue preservation. It indicates to us that these animals were buried as carcasses and not simply decomposed skeletons. Obviously, we have no idea what novelties remain hidden inside these field jackets. However, we can already observe the presence of body halos surrounding the skeleton and widespread skin preservation, including never-before-seen skin structures on the foot of the Tyrannosaur and on the frill of Triceratops. And we hope to find other evidence of rarities, such as preserved stomach contents, which were presumably present at the time of burial. Finally, given the exceptional preservation of these specimens and the fact that we have previously had good success on similar specimens from the Hell Creek Formation in Montana, we are hopeful that these specimens may preserve original biomolecules that will give us new insight into the appearance and ecology of some of our most cherished dinosaurs. Now, it's true, the dinosaurs are the touchstone of the Dueling Dinosaurs project, but our mission here at the museum is so much bigger than that. We want to push the boundaries of transparency and accessibility in science. And to do this, we have designed a globally unique public paleontology project fit for a mystery of this magnitude. The on-site experience includes the barrier-breaking SCCU Dino Lab, where the dueling dinosaurs will undergo conservation and study for 4 years, and where you can get up close and see what it's like to work inside a real paleontology lab. Here, you will also be able to talk to our team as we are conducting research on the specimen. Next door, in the public paleontology lab, you will be able to try your hand at the tools and techniques we are using to research the specimen. And for those of you who want to contribute directly to the science, we are proud to partner with the Bank of America Charitable Foundation to launch a new public science project called Cretaceous Creatures. Students and teachers participating in Cretaceous Creatures will help us learn about the species that inhabited our planet just before one of Earth's greatest mass extinctions. And in doing so, they will become real members of the scientific team, helping us reconstruct our past and playing a vital role in helping us better prepare for our future. The lives, the deaths, and the burial of the dueling dinosaurs are scientific secrets that are still waiting to be revealed. And in this moment, we start our journey together. We welcome you to the team.
Thanks, Lindsay. Now we open the floor for questions from the media. Taking questions today are Lindsay Zano, Eric Dorfman, and Jason Barron. Registered media should now mute your YouTube feed and go to the Zoom link. You may indicate that you would like to ask a question by either typing question into the chat box or using the raised hand function. When I call on you, please make sure you're unmuted. Then before asking your question, state your name, your organization, and to whom you would like to direct your question. While we're getting ready for our first questions, Lindsay, I have a question. Can you tell us a bit more about the timeline of the new museum expansion and when the public will be able to see the dinosaurs in person?
Certainly, Angela. Thank you. We are currently working on the design of the new expansion, including the lab and all the exhibitry. We expect to be breaking ground in late spring of next year, and it takes about a year before the lab will be built. So we're looking at a public lab opening sometime in late summer 2022, at which time the public should be able to see the specimens in person. We're also planning on putting select pieces, sneak peek pieces of the specimens on exhibit here at the museum prior to the actual lab opening in 2022.
Great, thank you. Eric, I know that you're fairly new to the museum. You've been here less than a year. I'd love to hear your thoughts about what you thought when you found out about this very ambitious project.
Was really so impressed. This is a truly one-of-a-kind institution that can research and showcase the quality of this material. It's for me, it really showed the importance of the museum on a national stage and an international stage. So I'm very excited to be here and be part of it as it connects to the public and the research that we're doing.
Great, thank you. And Jason, as a volunteer board member, I'm interested. Has this project changed how you think about dinosaurs?
Absolutely. I mean, as you've heard me say before, Angela, I'm not the science guy in the room. And so when I heard about this at one of my very first board meetings, I couldn't help but it kind of took me back to being a kid and thinking about dinosaurs. And it was kind of surreal to hear that the museum that I grew up going to as a kid was going to be the home to a T-Rex and a Triceratops. As we dug further into it, I got to understand the depth of the project and what a unique opportunity is for school kids in North Carolina and really around the world to engage in the process. It's not just some dinosaurs that are set up in a museum that are come to visit, are cool to visit. It is far more than that. There is an educational opportunity that is going to be captivating, I believe, to everybody who engages with it, that really sets it apart from kind of what I envisioned when I first heard about it. And even then I was excited. So yeah, it's my understanding of it has certainly expanded, and my excitement has only elevated every time I think about it.
Awesome. Thank you, Jason. Last call for questions. And if not, I just want to thank everyone for joining us this morning, and we look forward to the journey ahead with the Dueling Dinosaurs. Thank you, everyone. It's a wrap.